This has been a while, hasn't it? Lots of you talking on the chat there. For those of you that don't know, my name is Toni and this is the How to Craft Network Studio. This is Studio 1, Studio 3, Studio 3. Oh, I'm very tired today, guys. I've had a very busy weekend. I have done so much work for you all. Let's just say that. Let's just say I have worked my socks off for you all this weekend, and I am not joking. And you will all reap the reward as the year goes on. How are you all? I hadn't half missed you, know. Do you know, when you throw a couple of bank holidays in, and then I think last week we had the meetings with HTCN, didn't we? So sort of like all starts to blend into one, and then the days start to blend into one. It's like you raise your head and it's like, what day is it today? So that's where I'm at the moment. But, and I said to you, didn't I, in studio on Tuesday, Tuesday for Deal Hunters, I also said to you that Tim was also making a ton of stamps ahead of time, and that's so we can try and get a little bit of family break in the August holidays, because it's not very cool when the rest of the staff are taking leave in the summer holidays, but Tony, Tim and Tom are stuck at work every day for the whole time that Tom's off school. So we've tried to really push boundaries this year to try and, you know, get a bit of family time and get ahead. It's really important that we get ahead. I really want to get ahead. You know, like pre-TV, we were so out with our work, and we are really, we've got tons and tons of work, but it's managing it now. It's like, where does what go where? When should we do this? When should we do that? When's it best to do this? Because now we're not servicing like the big TV UK platform. We really can do what we want. And that's why that Maker's Memoir is going to be very exciting for me, because that has come from the heart, really. It's come from a place where I'm not like being nudged or governed for what's next, or, you know, what you're bringing new for everybody. It just came naturally. It's something I'd been wanting to do for a long time. Me and Tim had talked about it for so long, and that has literally come from something from me deep down thinking, right, I've always wanted to do it, I'm actually going to do it. And you know what, I never mentioned it because I didn't want to put myself under pressure to deliver it, like when TV put the pressure on you, like you've said it'll be ready for X and it's not ready, and that I didn't say anything about it, because sometimes, you know, I'm a bit of a giddy kipper. I like to tell you all things, and then you all like, when's this coming, when's that coming back, blah, 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 blah. So I kept it under my sleeve. And it's sort of like, it's real now, it's absolutely real. So we're just finishing the digital side of it as well. The design team are going to get a ton of work through from that, but it's just going to be totally cool. And I'm super excited about it. But I do feel like our Monday nights have taken a little bit of a knock with all of the bank holidays and things like that. So great to have your company. If you are brand new, don't forget to share. We'll do a voucher to spend on the website, as always. If we can share. We always share the love of craft regardless. Even if you buy in, if you're not, just always share the love of craft. It makes us all very happy. Even in times when we are shattered, it makes us very happy. And you know, I say to you all this as well all the time, don't I? The only time I really do get to craft, paper craft, is with you guys, whether I'm doing classes or studio, or I do paint a little bit of downtime at the weekend on my own. But these shows, I managed to have a play myself, so it's really cool in that sense. Liked and shared, says Connie. Thank you so much. Let's do a little shout out. I've got quite a bit to get through. We've got Connie on, Carol, Marilyn, Audrey, Kay, Patricia. Lots of you on from our 1 o'clock Create Together Club today. There's still some of that one left, by the way. Michaela, Carol, Cheryl, and then over on Facebook we have Beth Bill Bishop back again from this morning. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Marilyn's on. So let us know where you are in the world. What's the weather like? What's everybody having for their tea? I don't know what we're having for our tea. Tim's just brought me a herb tea though, so I'm going to take that one. So everyone okay? Do I need to know anything? Have I missed anything whilst my head's been in the sand? Literally. Hello Tony and everyone, says Karen. Karen, thank you so much for your treats. Karen doesn't live far from our unit, and she popped in with some treats for Tom and me. It's been on she bought him some like Kit Kat ice creamy stuff that you put on. It's supposed to be for pancakes, but Tom's new love is on ice cream. So yeah, every day pretty much, Karen. Thank you very much. We do appreciate the treats. Oh, Becky says she can only just hear. I have a house full of 13-year-olds. Ooh. Tom's 11 next month. Scary, isn't it? Janet says, hello from hot North Carolina. Welcome, sweetheart. We'd love to have your company. I hope you're well. It's lovely here this evening from the north of England. It's cold and rain here, but it was sunny earlier today. Come on, come on, come on. Send me some sunshine. Send me some heart. Send me some love. Come on. It's been such a soggy... Audrey. It's been such a soggy time in Scotland. Seen some nice weather from the south. We all need the weather. Where's it gone? Crikey, washout. Total washout. Right, couple of things to tell you about then, guys. Tomorrow we have Deal Hunters at 1 o'clock, so make sure you tune in for that. There'll be some nice offers in that show. And then, let's see that. Did you see that? I just stopped to yawn. How unprofessional. I just stopped to yawn. When you see what I've done for you all, you can say to me, Toni, when you are tired, we forgive you. When you are tired, we forgive you. You'll see soon. So, what's happening this week? We've got Deal Hunters Tuesday, 1 o'clock, and then Friday, I've been talking about it for about a week now, but Friday, we have our one-day special. But we are celebrating 3 million views on YouTube. 3 million. Say it again. 3 million. 3 million people have watched me over and over and over. Poor souls. Poor souls. But yeah, we've hit another milestone, guys. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate with giveaways. We're going to do the spinny wheel. We're going to have activities. We've got some videos for you all. And we've got a brand new launch. Actually, we've got a couple of new launches to tell you about. One of which I've got in front of me here, which I'm going to go through now. Okay, and the reason why I'm going to go through one of them now is because on Friday I want to get demos in as well, and I want to go through all of the products. So obviously I don't want to be stood in studio for 15 million hours. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show some of you it now, and this one is available now, but it will be in the show on Friday, along with another brand new item, which is not paper on Friday. I know probably some of you are ready for a rest from paper, although I'm not, but I know you are. So we have something else launching on Friday. The design team are just pulling it together. We had a little bit of chaos around an element of this project, and I'll tell you all on Friday. But we're super excited. 3 million views. Yes, Karen. Karen, you've been part of it. Everybody's been part of it. So we're going to celebrate in style. We're going to do the wheel with the 100, the 50, the 5, the 10. We'll pick some winners. We'll just have some fun. Might even try and get Tom in. Maybe. We'll see. Now, the time isn't confirmed, okay? I will get a time to you all. Now, you didn't get a newsletter this morning because our MailChimp system was down, but hopefully, I'm not sending them every day now though, guys. If I've not got anything to tell you, I'm not bombarding you. I've sort of like stepped back a little bit with the newsletters. However, if there's something to tell you about, you will get one. So make sure you check still every morning. I am still sending about 4 or 5 in the 7-day period. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got some more on. Brenda's on. Hi Brenda. Hi Daryl. Hi Michaela. Angela as well. Are we all excited? You're all very excited. Now, the item that I'm going to show you now, we actually launched on TikTok. Okay, we launched it on TikTok on Friday, and it went really well. It went so well, guys. I know a lot of you don't do TikTok, and that's absolutely fine. You have your platform with me here anyway. But over on TikTok, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new customer base, and I'm getting a lovely following over there as well from new customers, which is what we need for our business to survive. As you all know, I've been talking about this for the last 12 months. So we've been doing TikTok now for 7 weeks, properly 7 weeks, with the TikTok shop, and we've done an exclusive launch on Friday, and it went so well. So I'm delighted to tell you all that the hard work and effort that I'm putting in to try and ensure that our business survives by being quite sporadic in where we put our work, how we're managing our shows and things like, it's working, guys. So, and it makes me very happy to know that craft is still alive, because momentarily I have sat down and thought to myself, where have all these people gone? What's happened to craft? And it's not that actually anything's happened to craft or the customer for that matter. I feel like the industry's just taken a downward turn because of the cost of living. We had COVID, and it's lots of reasons, I guess. But, you know, I am a good fighter, so we will fight till the end. Boom, right? We've got this. So I launched this on Friday. It went so well, so now's your opportunity, and I won't ever leave anybody out, as you all know. So let's do a little bit of a shout out, and I'm going to show you. Karen says, so pleased you now have another craft outlet. I do, and it's helping me exhaust all of that overstock that we bought for TV that they never took, which actually, looking back, I'm glad they didn't take, because I wouldn't have got paid for it. So, you know, every cloud and all, we have to look at it in some way, don't we, guys? So over on Facebook, we've got Patricia as well, Staten Island, New York. Patricia, welcome, sweetheart. Lovely to have your company. Joe Jasper says, congratulations, Toni, 3 million views. I know. Natalie liked and shared. Thank you, Natalie. Iris says, don't do TikTok, but you are on when I am at work. Well, there you go. And anything that I do on there, you can see in Deal Hunters or here on a Monday evening anyway. So do not worry if you do not do it. You're not missing out on anything, okay? Don't worry about it. This is such a beautiful collection. Woohoo! Right, let me show you. After a slurp, after a slurp. So this is a paper collection, and it's a lovely one, guys. But like I say, if you're thinking, I've got enough paper now, Toni, I've eaten enough paper, that's absolutely fine. Friday's launch is not paper as well, but you might like this, guys. It's pretty stunning. It's pretty stunning. Let me get rid of my tea. I've got a whole bunch of samples to show you. And then what I am going to do is, because I want a little bit of me time, guys, we're going to do a technique using our no line ink pad, because tons of you ask me repeatedly, what do you use this ink pad for? And you've all bought it in good faith and goodwill, and I always talk about how to use it, but I've only used it a handful of times in the way that I created it for you all for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this in a demo this evening. So if you've got this from me, I'm going to show you how it works and how it's going to make you look really cool. Come on, so let's fly through this. Let's show you some samples. It's available now if you want it. It'll be dispatched from Friday, and if you want Friday's show as well, you can get that also as well to celebrate. But whatever you're doing, if you're not buying, it doesn't really matter. Come and celebrate with us, because the community is the community, okay? And we just love to share the highs, the lows, everything. So we're going to celebrate 3 million views, and I'm super excited about it, because those 3 million views have taken 10 years. 10 years. So it's not through a lack of, you know, hard work, I guess. So been waiting. Audrey's been waiting for a demo. I know, sweetheart. I do appreciate your patience. Don't always get round to it, but I just feel like today I would really like to just chillax a little bit with a paintbrush and show you. So any solid stamps you have is what we're going to do this evening. So let's just show you this though. So paper bundle. So we've got here Whimsical Chapters. So let's have a look what's going on here. Absolutely beautiful. So nice. So we have a 12 by 12. We have a 7 by 7. Just pop you up there. We have a all surfaces 7 by 7, and we have a vellum pack. Now I have loaded them as a bundle, and I've loaded them as individuals, because a lot of you always say, I'd like more vellum, please. You're like, Oliver, can I have some more vellum, please? So everything's loaded as independents as well. So if you want to take a look at those as well. Lindsay, where have you been? I feel like I've not heard from you in ages. I hope you're well, sweetheart. Hope the internet's okay at home. Connie says, I must have missed this. We haven't launched this yet, Connie. You're okay. It's brand new today for you all. So let's have a look, guys. So we've got Whimsical Chapter 12 by 12, 9 papers, 3 painted mounts, 24 pages. So you've got your 4 sort of like square designs there. These are what we're naming the mounts in here, because they're like instant cards. So let's have a look through these papers. Yay, says Connie. Great for sympathy, those ones. It's more about the reading and the nostalgia around where books take you as an individual if you love to read. So you get your two of those. Then you get a little bit of a mini breaker, which is that faux sparkle. So you get your breakers in here too. They're not all like chaotic and patterned. Just beautiful, beautiful colour tones. You waiting for Christmas? So this sort of like ties it all together for the sort of like mystery books and things like that. I think we all get an idea of what this is from too. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful papers there, very nice. So like I say, if you purchase these today and then they're not going to be dispatched, so if you want Fridays as well, you won't pay extra P&P, it will stay on the box. It's just that I'm not going to be able to show you all live in show. This is nice, isn't it? Look at that. That is another level. I think if you are wanting them, they are attached to the show on the website. They are linked below on here. They are linked to the top of the feed. They're on Facebook and they're also on my-telly.com. So Kim's is on its way. It should be here by tomorrow. Well done, sweetheart. So that is your 12 by 12. Beautiful, right? How are you going to cut into them? I've no clue. I do feel sorry for you all sometimes. Sometimes. Then we have a 7 by 7. So it has some repeat patterns smaller, but it also has some unique different ones in as well. So those stars are just beautiful, aren't they? Wait till I show you samples, guys. Patricia, will these papers be offered on HTCN? No, sweetheart, they won't. They wouldn't take them. So you know how I have to pitch in. I really do try, but because I'm such a new brand, they sort of like decide, even though I say I think this will be really popular or these are beautiful. So probably not, darling. I can never say never moving forwards, but there is no scheduling for them at the moment. Oh, this is really pretty. So this one's the 7 by 7. Sorry, they're all a little bit mixed. At least you get to look at them all. Elaine says, hello from June Gloom, San Diego. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? I hope you're well. I had no problem tearing into these. I was in my element, says Karen. No problem. She was straight in. So that's your 7 by 7. You get it all. I think it's like 39, is it? 39.99 if some of you have your points. It's a real good deal, guys. I'm trying to keep my prices as low as I blooming can. Keep you all with me. So that's the 7 by 7. And then we have the sort of like textures. And I always do textures because it's a breaker, right? They all can't be so patterned. So let's have a look at these ones. So the colour dips are from the papers. So these are your textures. I love how the stars, oh gosh, I never get bored. I never get bored of the papers that look illusional. Brushed metal. Connie, you're going to see Karen samples in a second. I've got a whole bunch of them here, darling. Very magical, very magical. I can see these being used in lots of different ways. These are brilliant for backs of shaker cards. We know that, right? Will the tones go along with Serenity, Brenda? That is actually a good question. Have I got Serenity in here? Possibly. I haven't got it to hand, darling. I would... it has got the peachy pinks. Gold goes with anything. It's got a ton of gold in it. But you should have enough with what you've got in your collection, young lady, without having to buy more, Brenda. Do we need to be having a word? It's like talking to mum and daughter, isn't it? Every time I have to have a word with you all, shaking that finger at you. So that's your next 7x7. And then vellum. Now we've not done 5x7 vellum, this time we've done square, and this is 6x6. Let's grab some white card and show you. Connie, Toni, your passion for your work is phenomenal. Connie, I have to agree with you. I am very passionate about it, but I am very tired. I am very, very tired. But you know what? I'm not complaining about it in any sense. I feel like putting the hard work in now in the summer months, I'm really going to think, yeah, I worked really hard to sit here and do nothing, you know, so I'm not complaining about it at all, but I am literally just like a woman on a mission right now. The staff know it, Tim knows it, Tom knows it. Really just need to get ahead. Got so many new and innovative ideas as well that I want to bring to the market, which is not normal for craft. It's just pulling it all together though with sleepless nights, because my brain's going tick tick tick, or I could do this tick tick tick, or I could do that tick tick tick. Crazy, right? So let's have a look at these wonderful vellums. So this is 6x6, so I'll just put this white on here and then you can see. So you can see the transparency, they're beautiful. Absolutely amazing for your shakers, but then when you put them on the white, they really just pop from the page. So we've got not our regular script, but I always do like to put a script in there for you. And then look at this. Beautiful, right? Sarah's on the way with extra vellum. Don't think it matters which way you do them. Please use them though, guys. All these papers are so pretty. Gorgeous papers as always. Well, thank you, Patricia. That's super kind. Nice, right? Just show them all because they're all just amazing. Right, come on. Let's have a look at some samples. So you get all four. So just a quick recap, your 12x12, your 7x7, your all surfaces 7x7, and then your amazing 6x6 vellum. So we're going to go through this in full on Friday. Not probably as in full as what we're doing right now. That's why I'm breaking my Friday show down, because I've got a lot to get through on Friday. We'll have giveaways and stuff, and I just don't want it to chug on for hours and hours. I really just want to showcase the new product, have some fun with you all again as well, guys, because I don't feel like we've had much fun. We've not done any like fun stuff for a while, so I feel like we need to get back into it, because we haven't had any like craft battles or anything for a while either as well, so I feel like we're lacking. Right, let's have a look at some samples then. So straight out the box, look at this. Chrissy says stunning vellum. Thank you so much, darling. So they're all available now, and they'll be available on Friday too, but they won't be dispatched until Friday. So if you're thinking, well, I might want to buy what you're doing on Friday as well, you won't have to pay an extra P&P, so don't worry about that. So you can get them whenever if you want to. I don't think they're going anywhere. Look at these. So these are the Tom. This is Karen. Nice bit of texture and layers on there. Like a little box on the front of a card there. That's nice, isn't it? Is that Sharon? That is Sharon. That is nice. Nice little card, that. You could put a little gold coin in there. Christmas gold coin or something, couldn't you? When you see papers like these, it gets me crafting again. Oh, have you not been crafting very much, sweetheart? Have you lost your mojo a little bit? That's nice, isn't it? Team it up with your dies. Some fussy cutting, and then those bigger pieces at the back there. That is a beautiful card. That could be a great sympathy card, couldn't it? Nice. Connie Smitten. Let's just do this one first. This is like a page from a book. Journaling book. And then what about a vellum pocket on the front of your card? Oh, Julie was eating a tea and forgot the time. This one's a nice card. This is Elaine's. Vellum envelopes. Shh, look at those books. Those books are beautiful, aren't they? My design team are amazing. Don't forget to share the show, because I am going to announce a winner. Karen's going to pick a winner at the end of the show for a voucher to spend on the website, which is very nice. It's always nice to have a little treat, isn't it, guys? So here we go. Michaela, you are so right. The variety of samples. You can see I've got such an eclectic mix of girls and guys. They all have their own unique style. That's why they're on the team. In fact, that's why I can't get rid of them. Can't get rid of any of my design team. None of them will go. Been with me far too long now. So if you have your Floral Fusion, that is your trellis die at the back. And that's that gold at the back there. Look, how nice is that? That is a nice guy's card. That is a different guy's card. You don't see many guys like that. Many guys' cards like that. Then we've got the 3D bows, the wrap. Look at that. So it looks like a wrapped present. Love the 3D bows. Now, some of the items that have been used on here were in Deal Hunters last week. The bows was in the Deal Hunters last week, if you remember. The stamp that I'm going to use now was in Deal Hunters last week. So they are all still on the offer until tomorrow. So if you like any of these. And then what have we got here? We've got like a little envelope album with pockets in here. It's like little albums with paper clips and things. With tags at the top. Tags in there, that's quite nice, isn't it? That one's been done by Paul. And then we've got this sort of like collage effect of goodness. We've got a little album in here to write with our little tab dies. You've got all of the embellishments here. Another little book there. So that's nice. Then we've got this like little paper clip closure here, and like a little cute album on the go. So if you are a bit of an album or you like to personalise. This is like a side pocket album with things in the pockets on the sides. Paper's beautiful, isn't it? And then we have this, which is like a little ribbon book, and this one has little note cards in this side here, all beautifully made, and then coordinated envelopes on your box board to go with. Do they fit in there? I think they do. Like so. And then tie. That was being made by Karen. That is beautiful, that, Karen. Love that. And then the last item I want to show you is quite cool. And it is this little trust the next chapter because you are the author. And then it's just this sort of like gift box. And it's been decorated. And inside we've got a little nook with some little books and how beautiful is that? That is nice, isn't it, guys? That is a nice special sort of handmade. You know, you could put a little backing card in there with a pair of earrings on, or, you know, or a keychain, or that is nice. Fabuloso. Absolutely fabuloso. So cool, right? Natalie says she loves anything to do with books and typewriters. So many beautiful cards. You have a very talented team, says Patricia. Well, thank you, darling. Such gorgeous projects. Yes, so we will be touching on that on Friday. Hopefully we'll get a demo in with this and with the other item. But today I'm going to do a quick demo, guys, showcasing how to use this. Now, that is available if you want to get ahead, secure that, you can of course do that, or you can wait till Friday. I don't suspect it will sell out before Friday, so you should all be absolutely fine. Right, so woodland wildlife I have here. So it's this lovely stamp set. Now, I've picked this because of the tree line. Now, this is on special. I think it's £12 from 30 to 12. And basically it comes with that stamp and that mask stencil, which we all love. So you sort of like ink through the mask or outside the mask, and then you stamp in, and you can just create beautiful cards. So the stamps within the stencil, the exterior of the stencil, just beautiful, right? One of our iconic designs, this. But I wanted it for these trees because I'm not going to do anything else. I just wanted the trees. Now, to paint these trees, this is what ink pad you're going to use. So this is sort of like where it gives you a watermark on your cardstock, and then you can paint it so it looks like it's painted. No one will ever know that underneath your painted trees was a outline or an indicator as to how you're going to paint it. It will look like a freehand painting, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so you need solidest type stamps, so solidy leaves for this particular technique, like stamps that are fully solid. So Reflection Collection would work amazingly. You've got leaves, you've got trees, you've got twigs, you've got boats, you've got hills. They would work really well. But for this demo, I'm just going to use this one today just to show you. Whilst we've got a little bit of time to play, we will do that. Okay, this one's called Woodland Wildlife. I have attached this, and I think it's 12. It's been in at 12 since last Tuesday. It was in Deal Hunters. So if you like this one, check that out. And then I've got some watercolour card. Let's have a slurp of the tea. Let's show you how this ink pad really does come into its own. Brenda says, can't wait to get mine. You have so inspired me with the Create Together Club. I have got the other one ready to go. I'll put it live at some point. I might put it live for Friday, actually, guys. And then if you want to get it then, you can get it then as well. New one. We're doing a new one. You all want a new one, so we'll do a new one, which is a stamp, a die, and two 8x8 paper pads. It might have to be one 8x8, and if you want the other, you can buy it on top of, because don't think I can do it at the 34. I'll see. It'll be ready for Friday regardless. I'll do the maths. The maths ain't mathing, I'll figure it out. Right, so let's get our tool here, look. Let's put our watercolour card in here. Now I've just got this because I'm going to paint. So I've got my watercolour card. If you haven't got any watercolour paints, these are just my old ones. Look at the state. Yes, I like to paint. Ink pads are absolutely fine as well. You don't have to invest in what, you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money. Use your ink pads. They work equally as well. The only problem with ink pads is you don't have a full colour range because you can't really mix great, but they're great as a starting point are your ink pads, okay? So you're going to need this, and you're also going to need maybe some brushes. We have our brushes on the website too, but if you've got some brushes, I'm sure they will work absolutely fine. So I'm just going to take the tree line stamp. Party hats on. I need you all in your best bib and tucker for Friday. Best frocks. Need you to send me some pictures of you in your best frocks for Friday. I'm joking. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? I'm just going to trim this down though, because the size of this piece of paper is overwhelming me for the size of the stamp. So I just need to sort of like calm myself down and cut this cardstock a little bit small. I'm just going to cut it in half. And we can create a pretty card. So let's do this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a tree line with this ink pad. Okay, so let's start this one up higher, and I'm going to do my own tree line. And hold it in place with this. Now this and watercolour card is going to take a few prints because it's got a slight texture, okay? So if you have to repeat it, it's absolutely fine, okay? Sherilyn says cedar rose dresses all the way. Yeah, dig out your cedar rose. So let's pick up the stamp. So don't forget to comment and share best you can, and Karen's going to pick a winner. So you're probably not going to see the first pass because it is a watermark. It just leaves like a slight mark. So I'll give it a good old push regardless though. I might have to repeat it a few times. Can you see it? Let's do it one more time. So if you're creating like other things that this ink pad's brilliant for, like if you're creating like a smoky woods, or you need some perspective in the background but you don't want to do a jet black ink pad, this is brilliant for that. Sorry guys, I'm just going to have to roll up my wizardry cuffs because they're annoying me and they're going to get caught in something or end up in a pool of ink. Not a good shout. I did pop home, you see, after Create Together today, and I had a quick shower, so I put clean clothes on, but didn't really think about. Now I look like I'm going into a boxing ring. There we go. That's a bit better. So let's ink this one up again. So the second time. And I just need enough detail so I can look amazing when I come to paint this, okay? Can we see how I've got that tree line? That's enough for me. When you add water, this colour sort of like disperses. You pretty much cannot see it, okay? So let's do another one. So let's just move our design over. Just do it a little bit lower. Liked and shared, Lindsay. Thank you, darling. Now you get the idea. I'm going to rattle through this stamping. So I'm not going to do it as dark as this one because I can see it. I just did that one so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So I've created sort of like my tree line. I just need to finish up here maybe a little bit. Pull him down so he's a little bit lower. Let's go there. So if you have this stamp and you want to try this technique, maybe do what I'm doing first, see if you like it, and then go from there. Sleeves are up, it means business. Listen, I've meant business all blooming week, Karen. You would never know. Woman on a mission. I hope I'm having something nice for my tea. I don't know what I'm having. Might have fish and chips, actually. Mind you, when was the last time I had fish and chips? I think it was last time I told you guys. Was that a few weeks ago? Mind you, I haven't been here for 3 weeks, so I think we could do a fish and chip, maybe. A chip butty? Spuds and a swimmer? I'm just going to make that a bit darker because I'm struggling to see it myself, just at the top, because then I know I need to know where to paint. There we go. So you can see I've got like a hidden design that nobody's going to know about by the time we've paint finished. So let me just put this back on here. And even when it's dry, when it's activated with water, it does eventually disperse. So you're not going to see what we're underneath, okay? Right, so you're going to need some water. I've got 2 types of brush. I've got my 6 and my 14. I'm probably going to go the smaller one, and I'm going to get my palette here. Might look at the state of this. Listen, at least you know I do paint when I say I paint. We've got fajitas. I've had pizza and chips. Very nice. Cooking pizza. Salmon in the oven. Oh, I love salmon. Thank you for showing us this, Tony. You're very welcome, Connie. I'm having fun, you know, though. I'm not just showing you. Right, so I'm just wetting my brush here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on a tree. So pick a tree, right? All you're going to do is you're going to take your wet brush, not too wet, and you're just going to put water where that's where you stamped it. As you can see, my water's mucky, but it's fine. So I'm just basically painting the image back in with water, okay? It's got a line down there, look. And then all we're going to do is we'll take some green. So start off like light-ish and then go from there. So now, hopefully, when I drop this green in here and I follow that water, the colour will just go to where I've put that water. Stick with the process. The green's just splurging out there. Just going to add a bit more water. It's quite warm in here. So I'm just following my stamp design, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So just stay with me a second. So I'm just going to take the water. And if the lines are a little bit thin, like here, we've got some really sporadic parts here where if I put my brush 10 ton onto the card, it's all just going to blend into one. Just do spots. You see me doing spots there? Just like spot it like this. So let's add some more green. See, that's... And because we're doing it on watercolour card, it's going to give us some scope to manipulate as well. So I can come down here now. Can you see? And then you can go back in and add some darker areas. By the time that you're finished, nobody will know that you have not painted these trees by yourself, because the colour underneath pretty much disperses to naught. Now let's add a little bit of darker colour. Now if you want to get a bit creative, of course you can do that. You want to add some darker areas, spots. At the end of the day, guys, it's a piece of paper. I know you all say that you feel very chilled when you watch me paint. You know, it's a piece of paper. If it don't quite go to plan, what do? We don't worry about it. And because our cardstock is quite wet, it's just sort of like doing its own thing. Now, do you think you'd be able to paint that tree normally? I don't think I could, not without that little bit of guidance. I don't think I could personally. So let's do this one on the left. So again, I'm just going to take my water and I'm just going to wet the tree. Now don't do a ton of water because your image will just blend, but all I'm doing is spotting that water on top of that printed watermark. See, when you wet it, it comes a little bit brighter, doesn't it? And then let's do a little bit of a darker tree on this one. And then as you paint, just go in and add darker touches. I don't like that harsh line down the centre there. And then just enhance. Don't do that though. Had to get rid of that harsh line. I didn't like it at all. So get your base layer down. Just all you do is pop that green onto the silhouette underneath. Spot, spot, spot. Follow the design. This one's lacking on this side. I'm just going to add a bit more myself. So get the detail in. So let's do the other ones. So the other ones are a lot lighter. So I can see though, can you see when I add the water? You can see it, can't you? So just by definition, the ink pad is just an enabler for you to look like you've painted something, okay? So this actually here area, we could put like a little water area here. So let's just get some green in here though. And you can leave it as sporadic, as sparse, as dark, as intricate, as whatever you wanted to do. Let's add a bit more green in there, add some intense areas. And whilst it's wet as well, the green's just going to sink in to your existing. Can we see? And then let's do the other one. We've still got a bit of time. Now my water's green, you can see it's pretty much painting on in. So that guide underneath, if you've got some leaf silhouette stamps, guys, it's brilliant. Get those main ones in. So this isn't freehand, guys. I'm literally just trying to follow that stamp underneath. I've lost a little bit of design, but it'd help if there were straighties on a wonky donkey in. But then you would continue to paint here. But let me just show you. So if, say for instance, this part here, I'll wet this part. Just because you've got a little bit of a scene underneath there, it doesn't mean you have to go with. So you can absolutely create your own lake, your own. You know, like the trees are sat on the lake side, you could absolutely take and Sue, I'm mesmerised. I need to add a bit more. I need to add something going on here to try and And all I would do with this, guys, is I would absolutely just keep working it. It's watercolour card, right? It's not going to cockle. It is going to get some cockle, but you can absolutely manipulate this till your heart is absolutely content. Now, I don't like this part here because it's a big gap, but maybe go in with another colour and make it a bit darker. But obviously paint some more of the trees in there as well. And then the last thing that I like to do, you could actually just put your sentiment on there if you really like. There's a few more trees to paint in here, but on just a very cool technique for you all, before you all sort of like get carried away, is once it's all dry, if you take a wet brush, okay, and if you take the colour water and you just pop it on the top and in and around your design, like so, wet the card. Obviously make sure your artwork is completely dry. You can create the most awesome sort of like skies. So wet the paper and then get a dark colour. So say for instance, I mean, I'm going wild here. It's not going to go with what I've got on the bottom hat, but just to show you a sky technique. And then when you put blue into the sky and you hold your card down, so you've got sort of like the sky there, and then you can then really start to experiment and get like Aurora Borealis skies and drop some colour in. So if you've got leaf stamps, solid ones, use the ink pad, stamp it out, paint them in the different colours. And then maybe paint a nice sky set, sunset or something in and around. You know, like the aurora. We've done this technique a lot, haven't we, guys? I think a lot of you know how to do this now. And when you turn it up, you end up with a beautiful like Aurora Borealis sky. And then when it's dry, get your white acrylic confetti ink and rattle it with a load of water, and it looks like stars in the sky. Whilst it's wet like that, if you take a smaller brush, just with some water on like so, and then you will get, so if you've got harsh lines in your work and you don't like, obviously you spend a lot more time on your project. So you need to paint all your trees in, hash this, don't do this, what I've done here, you could put a sentiment on there. And then do a nice night sky or a sunset sky, add different colours and dimension, and you will have a hand painted card. It's not the best, I haven't got time to do my absolute best, but it was more to show you the ink pad, because I get asked so many times about our ink pad. So if you just imagine when it's all painted, flicker with some white, and and it's a hand painted card. Now let me just get a tissue just to clean this off here. So let's see if we've got a winner from our lovely Karen. We've done lots of classes painting proper skies with bigger projects as well. So I might do another one actually. I did it on TV once, and presenters on TV were absolutely blown away. They made me absolutely feel amazing with their reaction. It was like, my gosh, Toni, oh my gosh. I was like, really? Is it really that good? They were like, this is incredible. I was like, right, I'll take that to the bank. Very rarely happens. I'll take it though. So let's just move that out of the way to dry. And let's just close that for now. And let's get on to camera 1. Right, let's see if we've got a winner. So, so if you want to skip the trees and just do a whole silhouette like set of leaves as if the leaves are just coming up in the camera lens, paint them in, and then do your Aurora Borealis sky from the back of some leaves. Leaves are probably easier than trees. So maybe if you've got some leaves in your stash that are solid, use that ink pad, that might be helpful. Right, let's have a look. Let's do a winner. So don't forget, tomorrow Deal Hunt is 1 o'clock. Friday, we are celebrating 3 million views on our channel, okay? The Whimsical Chapters is live now if you want to secure it. Of course, you can do that. We have some more new on Friday as well. And it's just a really exciting week ahead. I'm so excited about it, but there's not very many things I don't get excited about these days. So the winner this time is Jill Day. Jill Day, you are this evening's winner. Well done, sweetheart. Well deserved, I think, Jill. If you just message me or Karen, we'll give you a code and you can spend it Friday. You can spend it whenever you want, and you don't have to spend anything to use the code, okay? We don't expect you to spend a penny. It's yours and you can spend it how you please. So well done, sweetheart. Congratulations. We'll get that over to you, me or Karen. So that is the end of the show. I'm pleased to be back Monday nights. Whew, Monday Night Lives, Feels like I've been here for a year. It's only been 3. What's going on? Mind you, I don't even think it's been 3. I think it's been 2 because I think I did one in my kitchen. But it does feel like a while anyway. I do miss you though. That is a problem. That is the problem. I love your conversation. I love your interactivity. I just love your company, I guess. No harm in that. So, whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening. I'm going to think I'm having spuds and a swimmer. Whatever you're doing, have a fantastic week. I'll catch up with you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for our 1 o'clock for our Deal Hunters show, and then we'll get ready for our Friday show. It's going to be super cool and super exciting and something to get really excited about. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening, and I will catch you all later. Take care, guys. Love you all lots. Bye. Bye, guys.